Good afternoon, everyone. Please take your seats. I'm Warren Hebbard, AIB's Chief Executive Officer. On behalf of us all here at AIB, I want to thank you, not only for joining us here today, whether in person or virtually, but for entrusting us with your education. The ceremony is about to begin, but before we start, we want to ensure everyone's safety in the unlikely event of an emergency. If you hear the alarm, please follow the instructions of the Convention Centre staff. Today's ceremony will be hosted by Dr. Alicia Stanway, Senior Lecturer and Discipline Lead, Human Resource Management, who, alongside many of my AIB colleagues, are here to make a memorable day for everyone. To formally open our ceremony, I'd like you now to please join me in standing as we welcome the attending members of our academic team to the stage. Please stand.
Beautiful, please take your seats. Gives me enormous joy to welcome you all to the Australian Institute of Business 2025 graduation, our first ever outside of our home base in Adelaide, here in Sydney, and we're thrilled to help you guys celebrate such an important career and personal milestone. On behalf of some of my academic colleagues joining me on stage, we have so many others behind the scenes working with you in the auditorium and outside. And our CEO, Warren, thank you for opening our ceremony. We'd like to give a special welcome over to you, Jessica, who is an accomplished member of our alumni community, delivering our keynote shortly alongside of her husband, Pat, supporting her today. Our AIB founders, welcome, and members of Board of Directors, as well as our family and friends and the little bubbies. You enjoy it, babe, you do you, who have supported a significant milestone in a loved one's life and have joined us today to help celebrate the achievements of our graduates. Now that leads me to the warmest welcome of all to our graduates. Today's more than a graduation ceremony. It's a milestone that marks the culmination of years of hard work, studying in the pockets of your time, between career, time with the family, and so many beautiful, the little ones in the room, you look gorgeous today, well done for coming, to produce 26 assignments that were immediately applicable to your career, but perhaps more important and infinite than that, today reflects not just a decision you made some years ago to elevate your education, but the perseverance to see it through. Progress is not inevitable. It was always up to you to create it, so let this milestone remind you of the courage and capability you have to craft a life you love. While studying may seem like a solo pursuit, we all know that it's pretty impossible without our support network, and they are filling the room here today. Graduands, I know you're going to echo my sentiment here when we take this moment of gratitude to thank the husbands, the wives, the partners, the mums, the dads, the babies. I'm not going to forget you, darling. The kids, our employers, everybody who has supported us as we embarked on this endeavour. So I'd like to invite our graduands to stand, turn to the people who are here supporting you today and give them a round of applause. Now, if I can speak directly to our guests for a moment, as each student crosses this stage, the person you are here to support will be front and centre for just a real short moment. So I'm giving you my permission to make some noise. Not some noise, you make as much noise as you want to make. Get the kids yelling if they need to. And please, can we all play our part in making this memorable for everyone by doing our best to applaud for everyone. Let's honour our welcome to country. Gamaroi Newman is a proud Aboriginal man descending from the Gimalaroi and Waka Waka nations, a leading Indigenous cultural storyteller, presenter, educator, entertainer, MC, traditional songman, Yidaki master, and a very talented, this one I didn't know, award-winning poet. And he is supported by Terry, Rob and Sarah. With extensive overseas and national performance history, Gamaroi and his crew have collaborated with artists from around the world, creating magical musical synergies of Aboriginal and Western sounds, creating a dialogue across cultures inspired by our beautiful Australian landscape and animals and accompanied by projected imagery. Please help me welcome Gamaroi and his crew.
Yamakaranyama, Maybere Wadawajan, Yayandi Maldian, Nayakanya Bowilli Gabayogol, Maramali Nyendagi, Nayabowilli Gabayogol, Ganmali, Nyendagi, Walambagi. Iraqi eulogy, Nayakanya Gangal. Dagan, Rob Wetherall, Nayandi, Maldian, Yeraki Yuligi. Nyenda Borinj, didgeridoo? Gamal Gawali didgeridoo. Naya Bowilli, Yeraki, Naya Ganmali, Yeraki. Yeraki, Yigi Yigi Yariki Mago Kanbi, Ambilberg, Matak, Endaki, Bambu, Billaramandu. Gamararai Gawali, Yedaki, Borinj, Minyagaro. Any questions? Hey, Jalama, 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 Jalama. Hey, Jalama, 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 Jalama. Oh, hey, Jalama, Jalama, Jalama. Oh, Can everyone say Nayaba? We don't have a word in our language for thank you because Nayagawali Kamalarai. So we speak Gamilaroi. We're all descendants of the Gamilaroi people. So Gamilaroi means no having, so therefore we don't have a word for thank you. It's a Nayaba. So in my little brother's language, he's one of the local custodians on the country in which we're meeting here today. So in his language, can everyone say Waramia? That's hello and welcome in my little brother Robert's language on his father's side. In my language and all of our languages, can everyone please say Yama? Hello and welcome. In my grandfather's language, can you all please say Buongiorno?
Yeah, hi guys. Like my big cousin just said there, I'm a local person, but if you were to ask where I'm from, in our culture we follow a matriarchal side. So first off, I would tell you my mother's country, that is the Gamilaroi people. So if you ask me where I'm from, I'd say yeah, my family's from Moree. But the reason why I do some welcome to countries is because there's an elder missing. And on my father's side, I'm from here. I am Gadigal, and I'm also Yuin. So if anyone doesn't know Yuin, that's the south coast of New South Wales, almost to the Victorian border. So I'm from here and down there. When we say welcome to countries, the easiest way to explain this to any of you guys that may not know what it is, in this great country that we now call Australia, every time you cross a major waterway, so even here, if you're in Sydney, if you cross the Hawkesbury River, the language group will change. If you cross the Nepean River, the language group change. You cross the Georges River, the language group change. If you cross the ocean, learn Māori. It's still another language. But yeah, I'd say that's what borders what we call this country here. This country here, a lot of people call it Eora, a lot of people call it Darug. They're both right. I don't argue with them because the people who say it are elders, and yeah, we're not going there. So yeah, guys, on behalf of all my elders, past and present, some people say emerging these days. I don't say that because they're not elders. So on behalf of all of our elders, both past and present, no matter how far you guys have travelled, have the blessed spirits of our people while you are on this country, while you're on this land. And on behalf of all my elders, past and present, guys, welcome. And no matter how far you have to travel, be safe and have our protection while you're here. So welcome. Waramia.
So the first dance and song we're going to sing and dance is a song called Ogarangi. Now we've borrowed this song from our big brother. You may have not or may have heard of him. World-renowned didgeridoo master, Yiraki master, William Barton from the Kalkadunga people, and also Sean Chulbra from the Gokoyalanji people of far north Queensland. In my language, we call the kangaroo bunda, simply because bunda, 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 bunda. And the crow is wan, 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 wan. Now I'm going to teach you a word. Can everyone say gogar? Gagar. Music to my ear, perfect. Ready? Gugar gagar. Now say tuka taka. Tuka taka. It's that simple. Kangaroo dance, and the reason why we're doing the kangaroo and our last dance we'll do is the emu, because you probably already know, but like you brothers and sisters, it's all forward from here. All the best for your future. Congratulations on graduating, because I've probably done about 2 years of university out of Charles Sturt Bathurst, and I don't remember a thing. So massive congratulations. Give yourself a round of applause. Do this dance. Do a dance. Hey, Ogaran, yeah, Majinba. Ogaran, yeah, Majinba. Nayangale. Nayangale. Hey, Ogaran, yeah, Majinba. Ogaran, yeah, Majinba. Nayangale. Nayangale. Chop. Ogaran, yeah, Majinba. Ogaran, yeah, Majinba. Nayangale. Nangale, hey, Okaran, J, Majan Ba, Okaran, J, Majan Ba, Nangale, Nangale, Chap. Okaran, J, Majan Ba, Okaran, J, Majan Ba, Nangale, Nangale, hey, Okaran, J, Majan Ba, Okaran, J, Majan Ba, Nangale. Nangale, chap. Okaran, J, Majan Ba, Okaran, J, Majan Ba, Nangale, Nangale, hey, Okaran, J, Majan Ba, Okaran, J, Majan Ba, Nangale, Nangale, chap. Anya pulka, ay. Hands up anyone who's actually tasted kangaroo. Have you ever seen one like as hairy as this one? Going to teach you a song. If you've got phones, please feel welcome to record this. It's a very basic song that our big sister, Brahman Spirim, taught us. Can everyone repeat after me, please? Nyama, Nyinda, Gaba, Yarai. Yarai. Very good. So ready? Nyama, Nyinda, Yarai. Perfect. You should study linguistics, so you're very good. Nyamanyinda yarai. Very good. Nyamanyinda gabayarai. Go on, have a go. Nyamanyinda yarai. Perfect. That's a simple song. You might have heard of it before. Just give me a nice slow tap like this. Sing with me. Nyamanyinda yarai, Nyamanyinda yarai, Nyamanyinda gabayarai, Nyamanyinda yarai. Hip hip. Can I have Adam and Darius front and center, please? And can you bring 2 lady friends with you, please? We're going to finish it up with the emu dance. Miss Abraham, can you pick 2 ladies, please, to come up? And a big round of applause for our big brother, Miss Abraham, please. Yeah, come on, brother, please. Round of applause for brother. Now's your time to get out your phone and record. In the instance that you record me, one condition, please, do not show the ATO where I am. I'm still on the run. You ready, brothers? Ready, sister? All right. Everyone give me a clap like this. Oh, yane boro dekara dine wanjolagi, yane boro dekara dine wanjolagi, yane boro dekara dine wanjolagi, yane boro dekara dine wanjolagi. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and stop. Very good. Yane boro dekara dine wanjolagi, yane boro dekara dine wanjolagi, yane boro dekara dine wanjolagi, yane boro dekara dine wan. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and stop. Ready? Fast. Yane boro dekara dine wanjolagi, yane boro dekara dine wanjolagi, yane boro dekara dine wanjolagi, yane boro dekara dine wanjolagi. Ay, yeah. So everyone say Nayaba. It's okay. It's really cool. Everyone say Burur Nayaba. It's really okay. It's really cool. Now, everyone, last word, say burul mubal. I'm joking. That means I've got a very big fat belly. I'm going to leave you with a poem. Thank you so much for having us. On behalf of the traditional custodians, my little brother, all 29 clans of the greater Eora Darak Nation, Burul Neighbour, Nyayani Yara Yaran Ganja Yulatu. So thank you very much, or it's okay, we're going to go home. Now, if you've got Spotify, type the word eulogy, Y-U-L-U-G-I. You'll find this poem on there. I wrote this when I was 19, and it's pretty self-explanatory. I am First Nation Aborigine, but I'm also English, Italian and Chinese. I'm very proud of all those races. Maybe I've been to your countries, and so welcome on behalf of Robert's people to this land. And it's called Let's Be Grey. It's all so distantly vague now. Memories intermittent today as a man. As I'd listen to Mum reminiscing about advice-seeking days with old Gran. She had the answers to everything. Inspirational to Mum was Gran's light. Passed on to me now from my mother, her Gran's answer to this needless colour fight. Gran handed out friendship to everyone, to doctors, lawyers and kin. In her eyes, you were judged as a person, disregarding the colour of skin. So all Australians, answer this question. Why is skin colour still relevant today? If you ever encounter racism's ugliness, you just turn to that culprit and say, old mate, we've come too far now, since those battles down at Botany Bay. Why judge me for being black or white? I only see people in grey. I'm known as Gamilaroi Didge, but I was christened Roy Vincent Newman. And if you'd like me to be your friend for life, just simply colour me human. Now, if everyone adopts my attitude from all sides, there'd be no more confrontation, and the positive progression would be allowed to continue, striving for this elusive one nation. So my contribution to a harmonious future, if there's any racists, I have something to say. Mate, just so long as you're a beautiful person, you're not black or white, you're just grey.
And now I'd like to introduce our keynote speaker, Jessica Stapleton. Jessica, I'm going to get you to stand up here and have your moment while I read this out. Jessica Stapleton is a distinguished executive product owner with over 15 years of experience in the financial services industry. Throughout her career, she has expertly navigated various roles, from frontline branch leadership to strategic performance and project delivery within both retail and business banking sectors. Jessica's comprehensive knowledge encompasses frontline tools, reporting and channels, including branch and contact centre operations. She has successfully managed complex end-to-end projects over the past 3 years, demonstrating her adeptness in driving efficiency and innovation. In her current role, Jessica leverages her exceptional leadership skills to deliver data-driven customer strategies, collaborating closely with AI and data teams to enhance the business bank's performance. She's very passionate about fostering positive team dynamics and upholds values of honesty, kindness, and perseverance. Jessica is alumni of the Australian Institute of Business, where she earned her MBA in 2021, graduating as valedictorian with a GPA of 6.83. Committed to continuous learning and personal growth, she holds certifications as an Agile product owner in managing successful programs and as an Agile facilitator. Now, outside of her professional endeavours, Jessica cherishes time with her husband, who is here today, family and friends. As a proud and dedicated mother of 3 young daughters, she enjoys weekends at the local soccer field, actively supporting her daughters and participating herself. Please help me welcome Jessica Stapleton.
Thank you for that introduction. Good evening, graduates, faculty, family, and friends. It is an honour to stand before you today at this incredible milestone in your lives. The atmosphere in this room is alive with a mix of excitement, nerves, and relief. It's a testament to the perseverance, resilience, and transformation that have brought you here. Today is not just a celebration of academic achievement, but of the journey, the challenges overcome, and the growth you've experienced along the way. First, let me extend a warm welcome to Sydney for this very special occasion, the first AIB graduation to be held in this vibrant city. Traditionally, these ceremonies have taken place in Adelaide, so it is an exciting moment for all of us to be gathered here today in this iconic location. Sydney's energy and diversity reflect the spirit of this graduating class, a group of individuals from many different industries and walks of life. Some of you are self-employed, running your own businesses. Others come from large multinational corporations or small dynamic companies. Your journeys and experiences are as diverse as the city that surrounds us today. But if there's one thing that we all have in common, it's this: we made a choice to invest in ourselves. Think back to when you first considered enrolling in an MBA. What was your reason? Were you looking for career progression? Were you hoping to gain new skills? Or were you at a crossroads, questioning your next step? Whatever your motivation, today is proof that you followed through. That despite the obstacles, the late nights, the moments of self-doubt, and the balancing act of work, family, and study, you made it. For me, I live in Sydney and I've worked in the same large corporate organisation for the past 15 years. However, during that time, I transitioned through many roles, constantly growing and adapting. The MBA through AIB has allowed me to go from frontline leadership to the role I'm in today, an executive product owner in one of Australia's Big 4 banks. This transformative journey would not have been possible without the knowledge, confidence and skills that I gained during my MBA experience. But I know firsthand that the decision to pursue further education is rarely a simple one. I embarked on my MBA back in late 2018, and this was during one of the busiest and most challenging times of my life. After a long journey with IVF, I became a new mum for the second time. I found myself balancing the joys and challenges of parenting with the rigour of academic life. Indiana, my second baby, made up child 4 in our family, as I had already been raising 2 wonderful stepchildren as my own. She was our last frozen embryo, and at 13 weeks, we were told that there was a chance that she might be born with trisomy. We had to keep the pregnancy a secret until we reached the 20-week mark, waiting anxiously for the results of the amnio. When we finally received the incredible news that she was healthy, our relief was short-lived, as she was diagnosed with growth restriction. Weekly ultrasounds followed, but somehow we made it to 36 weeks, and we welcomed Indiana into the world, a tiny but healthy 1.7 kilo baby girl. It was during this tumultuous time that I found the strength and courage to make the call to AIB and to begin my MBA journey. I remember preparing for my second maternity leave with a mix of emotions. The joy and relief of welcoming a healthy baby after such a challenging journey were profound. Yet there was also a bit of a sweet realisation that this would be my final maternity leave. That sense of finality lingered, adding a layer of complexity to an already emotional moment. Balancing this happiness was the weight of uncertainty. How long should I stay away from work? Would taking more time out hinder my ambition to progress my career? These questions loom large as I navigated this pivotal moment, something I'm certain many families can relate to. The decision to return to work earlier than I would have liked after my firstborn daughter, just 2 years earlier, had already tested my resolve. Balancing a frontline leadership role with the demands of being a new mother at that time had left me with a persistent fear. I didn't want motherhood to hinder my chances of securing more senior positions. I knew promotions were hard to come by and I didn't want to throw away years of sacrifice that I'd already made. Over the years, I'd given up so much with my first daughter, Matilda. With limited opportunities where we were living at the time, I made the difficult decision to relocate to pursue a deputy area manager role, a step that allowed me to become a leader of leaders, after successfully managing 2 branches as a branch manager for 5 years. This choice, however, came at a significant personal cost. I underwent IVF treatment alone, and I saw my husband only on weekends until I gave birth to our daughter. Considering the hormones I was injecting into my body during the first pregnancy, I sometimes imagine that my husband was actually relieved to have a break from me, given my mood swings. But in truth, it was an incredibly challenging and lonely time. Just 2 years later, I found myself navigating similar challenges, but this time with the added ambition of progressing towards an executive manager role. By then, I'd gained valuable experience as a regional business banking manager, a role that allowed me to return home, but came with the trade-off of extensive travel. I'd also completed several self-development courses, yet the worry lingered. Would taking time away for another maternity leave set me back in my career? After much reflection, I made a deeply personal decision to fully embrace motherhood for the second time. This time, I chose to take the full 12 months, determined to savour this precious chapter in my life, something I knew I'd never have again. As I share this with you now, it feels important to acknowledge the emotions that shaped my journey. I grappled with deep-rooted feelings of inadequacy, the struggle of balancing life and being a new mum in a corporate world, the challenge of advancing my career in a competitive environment, and the weight of an ever-present need to stand out. These emotions weren't easy to confront, but they ultimately became a defining part of my story. A few weeks after Indiana was born, I found myself scrolling through social media, something I'm sure many of us can relate to. I stumbled upon an advertisement for an MBA. What's an MBA, I thought. Intrigued, I picked up the phone and made an inquiry. During the enrolment process, I remember speaking with a student advisor and nervously asking, can I drop out if I want to before completing all 12 subjects? Keep in mind, this was coming from someone who had just started a university degree years earlier, however, dropped out, only a few subjects in. The lovely advisor reassured me that I could complete just 4 subjects and still walk away with a certification. To me, that option sounded perfect, an escape route, just in case. Upon reflection, however, I realised that this option to bail out was deeply ingrained into me and something that I needed to unlearn through my MBA journey. I clearly remember starting my first subject with AIB, a feeling I'm sure a lot of you can relate to, nervousness and uncertainty. As I reflect back, I'll admit something about myself. I am a total perfectionist and an overthinker. What have I gotten myself into, I thought. Like many of you, I was introduced to a new way of writing through AIB's style guide. Academic writing. Oh gosh, here we go. First subject, leadership. Immediately, the anxiety kicked in. How am I going to juggle life and study? I was already so tired and sleep deprived. A piece of advice stuck with me from my first OLF. Don't put too much pressure on yourselves, P's get degrees. That simple reassurance gave me the confidence to keep going. But let's be honest, as many of us put immense pressure on ourselves to excel, often at great personal cost, I know I did. I was on autopilot, pushing myself relentlessly, trying to balance study, family, and the high expectations that I'd set. I imagine many of you in this room can relate. Over the years, you've likely sacrificed sleep, time with loved ones, or hobbies that you once enjoyed to pursue this degree. You've faced moments of doubt, fatigue, and perhaps even wondered if it was all even worth it. Yet here you are, having made it through, driven by resilience and determination. With a carefully thought out plan, I pressed on. I was determined to make the most of my maternity leave by completing as many subjects as I could, learning new things beyond just the lyrics to Wiggles songs. My plan was clear. Skip mothers groups, instead connect with fellow students online, through chat groups, WhatsApp, Messenger, lean on family and friends for support, and once Indy turned 12 months old, I'll just juggle the kids while tackling the back half of my MBA upon returning to work. Less than 6 months into the MBA, I began to feel uneasy, a terrible sensation in my stomach. I felt like my body was warning me, quit while you're ahead. But why was I feeling like this? I had a plan. I was pushing through. Why now? I visited the doctor expecting a routine checkup, but instead received the shock of my life. Congratulations, Mrs. Stapleton, you are pregnant. Oh gosh. I didn't know whether to laugh or cry. After years of trying to conceive naturally and with multiple IVF treatments to bring our 2 daughters into the world, my body had decided to work. When I had a 5-month-old and a 2-year-old at home. Quickly, I did the math, and I realised that by the end of my current maternity leave for Indy, I was going to go back to work for 2 months before welcoming baby number 3. A million thoughts rushed through my mind. What have I got myself into? How do I tell my boss? Should I pause my MBA? Juggling 1 newborn while studying had felt crazy enough. However, doing it twice felt impossible. Yet I chose to continue, for the time being. Not long after, the world turned upside down. COVID hit, and so did homeschooling. Oh dear, stock up on toilet paper, coffee, and wine. When it was time for baby number 3, Miss Elodie, to join us, she decided to make her grand entrance the day before I was due to start my most feared subject, financial management. It was the halfway point of the MBA. I vividly remember feeling overwhelmed during labour. I knew full well what awaited me at home. 5 kids, 3 under the age of 3, a primary schooler and a high schooler. At the time, my stepchildren had come to live with us full-time, and I'd taken on homeschooling then too. My husband, who was incredibly supportive throughout, may have even fallen asleep during my labour. However, he still asked me what I needed for my hospital stay. My response was, my scientific calculator and my laptop, please. It might sound crazy, but I saw those first few days with just 1 newborn as a golden opportunity to squeeze in some extra study before returning to the chaos of home life. And for those who are wondering, no, the midwives did not let me use them during labour, though I'm pretty sure I could have calculated the pain to push ratio had I have tried. As Steve Jobs famously said about connecting the dots, you can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect the dots looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. Reflecting on my journey, I now see the truth in that statement. Standing here before you today, I connect the dots looking back. At my own graduation, I certainly did not have the luxury of a crystal ball to see what lied ahead. Like many of you, I wondered what will come next. Life threw me my fair share of curveballs along the way, as I'm sure it has in your own ways for many of you. But those challenges taught me one of the most important lessons, resilience. Graduates, as you stand on the precipice of this new chapter, I want to take a moment to reflect on the people who have supported you on your journey. Your professors, OLFs, those that have challenged and inspired you, your family and friends who have stood unwaveringly by your side, and your peers who have shared in the highs and the lows of this experience. For many of you, this might be the first time that you've actually met your fellow graduates in person, a truly special moment. I'm sure you've shared countless online chats, venting about the confusion of some of your subjects, procrastinating over pressing submit on assessments, and encouraging each other to push through to the finish line. Each of these individuals has played a pivotal role in your success, and today is as much a celebration of them as it is of each of you. If I could go back and give my younger self some advice at graduations, these would be the lessons that I would share. Lessons that I hope will resonate with you as well. Number 1, be patient with your journey. Your dream role might not be the next one or even the one after that. Every step you take, every role you accept, is building the skill set you need to excel in your ultimate career. When I graduated, I had no idea where my career was going. My first role was actually a lateral move, and some would even have classed it as a step backwards. It didn't seem aligned with my ambitions, some would ask. Well, why? Near the end of my degree, I actually changed my mindset about frontline leadership. Whilst it was all I'd known for 10 years that I'd work in banking, it had opened up my eyes through the MBA to other career paths. I actually took a few risks with my elective subjects, and the ones I initially chose, I changed. I ended up taking subjects like project management, consulting, AI, cybersecurity, and it really stretched me into learning new things. I actually applied for a prior role before finishing my MBA, and I was unsuccessful. I was devastated. However, I was offered an opportunity from the same leader to return to a less senior role within a strategy team and try it out. My organisation was concerned that I might actually not like a strategic role, having been so successful in frontline leadership for over 10 years. And putting myself out there opened up doors that I would never have dreamed of. Whilst the old me would not have said yes, as I was so wedded to progression based on title, I said yes, and it turned out to be a stepping stone that equipped me with the skills and the experience that I needed to achieve my goals long term. I had to trust in my abilities and believe in myself. Lesson 2, embrace curiosity and lifelong learning. The world is changing rapidly, and staying open to new ideas and opportunities is essential. Be curious, ask questions, even the stupid ones, and never stop learning. This one I believe is huge. I shared with you that I'm a perfectionist and an overthinker. For others out there that are also like this, you will understand that it can be a good trait, however, it can also hold you back. For me, asking the silly questions was hard, as I thought I'd be judged and it fed into my inadequacies. I remember throwing myself into the classes through my AIB journey and thinking, who cares how silly I look? I'm here to learn. I asked lots of questions in class and I felt uncomfortable in doing so. However, I learnt so much, both academically but personally. It's something I now continue to do in my day-to-day today, and it's developed to be a character strength of mine. My advice here is that the knowledge you've gained through your MBA journey is just the beginning. Keep exploring, keep growing, and stay adaptable in the face of change. Lesson 3, value mentors and sponsors. Throughout my career, I've been fortunate to be guided by incredible mentors, sponsors, and leaders. They've not only offered advice, but also opened doors that I didn't know existed. I remember sitting where you are at my own graduation. At that time, I was in a less senior role, as I mentioned, than before I started my MBA, and I had no idea what was next. To be fair, I was taking a risk by shifting my career completely, but this felt overwhelming. One mentor in particular helped me just a couple of years ago to deeply explore my thoughts and clarify where I wanted to take my career by identifying and understanding my strengths. Traditionally, throughout my career, I'd been taught to focus on leveraging my strengths whilst simultaneously working to improve my weaknesses. For the longest time, I thought of those attributes as technical skills. Things like being good at communication, staying organised, or having experience in policies or credit applications. Instead, I went through a transformative process where I discovered things called character strengths. I learned to seek roles that allowed me to flex those qualities rather than fixate on closing technical gaps. Personally, I completed an exercise, a type of survey, and it revealed my core strengths being leadership, love of learning, curiosity, and kindness. Beneath each of these were the traits that made me uniquely me. This realisation shifted my mindset. Rather than searching for roles to bridge my gaps, I began pursuing opportunities that allowed me to stay true to myself and genuinely brought me happiness. In the rush to achieve, it's easy to lose sight of who you are, but remember this, authenticity is your greatest strength. And last but not least, don't lose sight of the goal. Life will throw you curveballs and it can be easy to feel overwhelmed. 12 months ago, I was offered a secondment opportunity as an executive manager for one of our call centres. It had been 3 years since I'd graduated from my MBA, and during that time, I'd taken on 3 different roles. While I had made progress, I was still a step away from securing a permanent executive manager position. I had no technical skills for the call centre role, and I remember my girlfriends joking, "If we call, will you be the one answering the phone?" No way. They will not let me answer a real call, I joked back. Normally, I wouldn't have considered a role like this, but I saw it as the perfect opportunity to prove to myself that I didn't need technical expertise to succeed. I could rely on my education and my character strengths. I thought if I performed well, it might open up doors for a permanent role. So I said yes to the secondment. As Richard Branson famously says, if someone offers you an amazing opportunity, but you are not sure you can do it, say yes. Then learn how to do it later. Little did I know that on the very same day I accepted, my husband would be admitted to hospital with heart failure. They say things happen in threes, because that same day we also received news that our tiny daughter, Indiana, the one who had inspired me all those years ago to begin my MBA, would need bladder surgery to prevent further kidney damage due to ongoing health issues. Balancing my family's medical challenges, hospital visits, and a new role felt impossible at times, but I kept telling myself, stay positive. And months later, I achieved the permanent executive manager role that I hold today. However, after my promotion, I experienced a meltdown. I broke down, I was feeling exhausted, I was overwhelmed, and I was doubting myself. My manager must have thought I was crazy, and that he was crazy for promoting me. Looking back, I now see it was my body's way of coping with the immense emotional toll of that time. I'd pushed through so much, trying not to burden others while playing the role of superwoman from 9 to 5 and supermum at all other times. As much as I wanted to be invincible, I learned an invaluable lesson. I am only human. It was a powerful reminder that even when we feel at our limits, we're capable of incredible resilience when we focus on our goals. This experience taught me that resilience isn't about pushing through without limits. It's about knowing when to ask for help, when to pause, when to let others support you, just as you have done throughout your studies. Graduates, as you step into the next chapter of your lives, remember this: it's okay not to have all the answers or to feel overwhelmed at times. What truly matters is how you rise after those moments, how you lean into your support systems, and how you stay focused on your goals without losing sight of your well-being. Life will undoubtedly present its twists and turns. You'll face challenges you can't foresee, but within you lies the strength to overcome them. Be bold, take risks, and have the courage to embrace uncertainty with confidence. Now let me wrap things up because, to be honest, I'm standing between each of you walking across the stage to receive your much anticipated parchments. Today is a celebration of each of you. So let me leave you with one final thought. Success is not just about personal accomplishment. It's about the impact you make on the lives of others. As you step into your careers and the next phases of your lives, remember the power you have to inspire, uplift, and create positive change. Whether it's through your work, your relationships, or your contributions to your community, strive to make a difference. Graduates, go forth with courage. Take what you've learned here, apply it not just to your careers, but your lives. Lead with resilience, pursue your passions, and make a difference in the world. Congratulations, graduating class of 2025. The world is waiting for you, and I have no doubt that you will rise to meet its challenges with grace and determination. Thank you.
I'd now like to welcome Emeritus Professor Hilary Winchester, AM, Chair of the Academic Board, for the academic address.
Thank you. First and foremost, let me say, graduates, this is your day, and many congratulations on such a great achievement. Seeing you all in your gowns, and me in mine, reminds me I've attended a lot of graduation ceremonies over the last years, but this one's really special, and for a couple of reasons. I've sat through graduations and literally, hundreds of students, like a sausage machine, go across the stage. With any luck, somebody will say, "Go, Mum," or Dad will say, "That's my girl." So this is not a graduation where you are told to sit in silence. My son graduated from a GO8 university. We were told we were not to clap until the end of a group of students had gone through. We were not to make a noise. We were not to stand up and take photographs. But this is a day of celebration. It's your day. It's a celebration for all of us. The other thing that is different about AIB graduations is that you have made a choice, a brave and a difficult choice sometimes. You're not 17-year-olds who've rolled out of school and into uni because that was what school expected, because that was where your mates were going, or because it's cheaper to live at home with family while you postpone the decision about what you want to do when you grow up. The average age of an AIB student is 38, well into career and life choices. And last night at the alumni event, there were at least two current students in their 70s. So, they're not sitting around with mum and dad waiting to make a decision. This means a lot to me because it's actually my family experience too. My father left school at 14, and as a young man, he obtained his qualifications the hard way, through night school, 3 hours a night, 3 evenings a week, after a full day's work. He gained, does that sound a bit familiar? He gained City and Guilds qualifications, I'm not sure they even exist anymore, in business, accounting, and as a company secretary, and I had no idea what that was at that time. He got a job teaching at a technical college, but he continued on his path. And when I was a child, he was studying for an external degree. And these packages of papers, like the size of bricks, would come through the post. An abiding memory of him was him sitting at our big square dining table after work, surrounded by books and papers. And sometimes I helped him add up marks and calculate percentages, in our heads, of course. He had a ruler, which wasn't flat, but it was actually cylindrical, a bit like an elongated rolling pin. Very strange. He had a slide rule, which he moved up and down like magic and came out with numbers. And he wrote in slanting handwriting with a fountain pen and a bottle of quink. And from then on, he achieved a Bachelor of Economics and later a PhD in Economic History. And at that time, we lived near Ironbridge in Shropshire, in England, so there was plenty of economic history all around us. It was unusual then to study externally. This was way before the internet, no online, no study centres. But as you graduates have done, he made a deliberate choice. And that choice was to improve his qualifications, to improve his career prospects, and hence improve conditions for his growing family. He went on to be a principal lecturer at Aston University. And so I am the direct beneficiary of that choice. I could be one of those 17-year-olds tripping gaily off to uni, supported by family. And so your choice, your graduation, will not only benefit you, but your families and your children. And we know, and as we've just heard from Jessica, over 30% of our graduates achieve an internal promotion, a salary increase, a better position within 12 months of graduation. My role here today is as chair of the academic board. I'm not sure whether most of you know what that is, but the role of the academic board is highly regulated, it's highly circumscribed. It is to have, quote, oversight of the quality of teaching, learning, research and research training. And we take that quality mandate incredibly seriously at AIB. At our last institutional registration and course accreditation, we achieved the gold standard of 7 years full registration and course accreditations with no conditions. We have the most highly qualified staff possible. Every academic staff member has a doctoral qualification. And so today is a day of congratulations for them as well. We support our students. In the last few months of last year, our library or study skills advisors held nearly 1,000 individual consultations with students. Our satisfaction rates are exceptional, in the top 5 nationally for all the major indicators, and our higher degree research students have a progression rate at 97%. So your degree is highly valued by the regulators and valuable to you and your families. So please think, as you've already been asked to do, to think about your families and support networks for a moment. This hall today is packed in what is AIB's biggest graduation ever, and it was sold out a fortnight ago. So for those of you who have your supporters here, make sure it's their day too, because they're the ones who've put up with you, fed you coffee, looked after the children or the shopping when an assignment was due, supported you when it all felt too hard. They're the ones who have paid it forward. So congratulations again to you and to them and to AIB. And it's a special day for all of us, but most of all, it's your day, and make the most of it. And I would now like to invite Associate Professor Mulyari Robin, Associate Dean Teaching and Learning, to commence the conferral of awards, and Professor Darius Fitzner, our Academic Dean, to assist with handing out the awards. Thank you.
Thank you, Emeritus Professor Winchester. For the award of Graduate Certificate in Management, Madeline Rose Baker. Linda Marian Bell. Laura Ray Dominguez. Isela Janet Casedo Flores. Hassan Kurgi. Durairaj Narayasamy. For the award of Master of Business Administration, Erin Leah Adelskov. Asalele Karisi Yon Afoa. Sulaiman Abdullah Al Amoudi. Jessica Andrews. Sarah Jane Aquilina. Kaylee Fiona Ama, who is also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Catherine Ann Ashton. Saeed Atta Ul Qadir. Robert John Attenborough. Samson Banzi. Cherie Pamela Barbat. Joshua Daniel Barnett. Michelle Fiona Barrett, who is also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Mark Scott Barrow. Aphrodite Bartzis. Catherine Elizabeth Bede. Kelly Ann Burrett, who's also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Gurdeep Bimra. Sharon Margaret Bond. Eric Osiripi Bonney. Harry John Brent, who's also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Jacobus Martinez Broderick. Tristan James Philip Brumby. Tanae Indiana Bullock. Jade Burns. Jordan Nigel Canby, who's also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Lanai Joy Carter. Ashley Kane Callis. Cornelius Bartholomew Y.Q. Chu. Ronnie Chi Wing Chu. Rachel Tracy Clark. Lauren Emily Cooley, who's also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Neil Corrigan. Tracy Claire Dangerfield. Stephanie DePoy. Liam James Ryan Dean. Cindy Marie Doolin, who's also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Matthew Frank Dunford. Alison Jane Eberhard. Saba Etarami. Amir Mohsin Ahmed Salahuddin Abdul Halim Eldali. Brendan Mark Emmanuel. Damien Kim Excel. Dina Rushani Fernando. Craig John Freshney. Amanda Christina Gerard. Joy Margaret Gleason. Michael William Green, who's also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Jacob Philip Gris. Amy Habib, who is also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Christy Haley. Rebecca Ann Harding. Simon Gavas Terence Harding. Jacqueline Frances Hayes. Marie Veronique Corinne Hebu Lewis. Horst Heinz. Georgina Elizabeth Holmes, who is also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Christopher Ryan Holzenbach. Michael Robinson Douglas Home, who's also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Emily Claire Hugoworth, who's also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Kim Howard. Aaron Dean Hudson. Luke Charles Hudson. Jason Matthew Humphreys. Melinda Kintail Ifada. Peter Kenneth Glenn Inman. Bradley Clifton Irwin. Uchechukwu Precious Ishiguzor. Daniel Joseph Jegelman. David Joseph. Marie Bridget Julian, who's also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Kieran John Keane. Mark Tarek Carey. Azmat Ali Khan. Hermione Elizabeth Kidd. Brent Cameron Con. Parnita Kumari. Alyssa Erin Joel Lalo. Melissa Beth Laycock. Kam Chong In Lee. Taylor Lieb Dutois. Crystal Therese Leith. Lauren Emily Lankage, who's also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Jie Hao Lee. Chung Bik Lien. Zoe Rosie Lim Chiao Yi. Alan John Lindick. Kelly Ann Linus. Claudio Marcel Lombardi. Sabrina Loria, who's also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Dan Ting Luo, Eugene Cyril Lake, Corey James Machado, Craig Andrew Mackey, Francis Arietta Manzano, Natalie Rose Marquez, Sarah Jane Ashley Martin, Angelique Ruth Messeridis, Jenna Marie Matia, Daniel Craig McGavin, Scott Ian McInnes, Cara Nicole McInnes, Nathan Adam Miles, who's also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Yotum Mishla, Nafisa Hussein Muhammad, Mitchell William Morrow, Gul Nahar Banu, Boniface Muronda, Gregory Musonda, Anup Balasubramaniam Nair, Redana Putra Natawijaja, Matthew Conrad Noor, Zaina Nahme, Nancy Thi Ngok Nguyen, Amy Louise Norton, Desiree Jane O'Brien. Joshua Albert McFarlane Odie, who's also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Kolokila Kepa Manaketao Filipe Otai. This concludes the first half of the degree conferrals. I would like to invite Associate Professor Diane Calendra, Associate Dean, Strategic Innovation and Development, to present the second half of the degree conferrals.
All right, we're halfway there. So, continued for the award of Master of Business Administration, Javier Francisco Gomez Perez. Theodoros Parzarides. James Christian Potter. Shanti Elizabeth Prokopis, who is also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Emma Marie Pugliavera, who is also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Brooke Wandaria Purdue. Brandy Lee Rolfe. Natasha Lee Redding. Manjunath Redalapalli. Chris Robert Redman. Angus Craig Roger. Jonathan Hamilton Rowe. Anthony Michael Romeo. Melanie Ruddick. Ryan Earl Sadler. Gemma Margarita Salmon. Cameron Ross Scott. Subir Siwubdabuth. Michael Peter Sharp. Eosif Sifo Stratadakis. Pretendra Sigdal. Sukhjinder Singh. Andrea Pasha Summers. Claire Marie Salster, who is also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Jonathan Henry Spencer. Craig Rodney Stewart. Grant John Swanson. Isaac Joseph Tolbert. Reese Darren Wayne Tippett. Tan Thong To. Monique Allen Trembath. Jamie Ray Tribe. Adita Jessica Tynan, who is also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Lauren Victoria Waddell. Jared Michael Wales. Hannah Joy Walsh, who is also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Catherine Ada Walsh. Stephen Francis Ward. Kate Louise Watman. Donna Marie Wilson. Craig James Wing. Arihia Roa Witana Chan. Aaron Thomas Worth. Well done. Monika Anna Brzezinska. Cordelia Guerrero Verate. For the award of Master of Business Administration, Entrepreneurship Management, Claire Evelyn Bradenhorst, who is also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Nicholas James Biliris. Peter James Harrison Shane. Angok Akuan Arthur Cole Akuan. Not present? Okay. Stephiana Alicia Duncan. Donna Maria Pauline Johnston. Ashvathan Loganathan. Tara Newen, who is also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Nicholas Pachirera. Simbanda. Gareth Smith. Louise Marie Tomlin. David Zatza. Now for the award of Master of Business Administration Finance. Syed Zaki Kwan Alotmani. Larry Awakai. Daniel Joseph Burke. Edward Shimbea. Eshinisu Samuel Chikowa. Christopher Avinash Dutt. Vincent Patrick Fogati. Lauren Marie Gray, who is also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Sarah Gray, who is also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Hitendra Kiran Joshi. Prince Kapila. Krishnan Lalin Kumar. Benjamin Leighton Manning. Daniel Mange. Joshua Carius Morgan. Josiah Ross Navarro. Yu Ki Hu Ong. Derry Sand. Betty Winglam Sato. Evan Clark Shepherd. Mark Dawson Sherwin. Panayiotis Spiropoulos. Sharon Lynn Stratford. Mahi Talat. Candice Mary Townsend. Bree Elena Watson. Matthew Wayne Wheeler. Corey David Wilson. Now for the award of Master of Business Administration, Human Resource Management. Daruki Yabul. Christina Bangaroo. Emma Mary Connell. Janine Marie Downey, who is also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Marizanne Harm. Brittany Alice Jackson Harris. Taylor Marie Rose Kerr. Hannah Gail Kidd. And Elise Christina Knight. Jessica May McDougall. Rosemary Katarina Mikkelsick. Kerry Anita Miller. Leanne Ellen Mitchell. Well done. Shabnam Sandra Neve, who is also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Jonathan Robert O'Brien. Christelle Marie Parker. Ole Pedersen, who is also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Heidi Ann Quinn, who is also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Lisa Babadi Rahani. Oswald O'Neill Robinson. Daniel Saeed. Tess Elizabeth Sharp, who is also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Now for the award of the Master of Business Administration, Logistics and Supply Chain Management. Damien Paul Bartlett. Tina Gale Hurd. Anam Zuhor. For the award of Master of Business Administration, Marketing Management, Scott Timothy Andrew Bate. Tina Devi Delpa. Joshua James Zakin Hackett. Benjamin John Marshall, who is also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Aaron Peter Roots, who is also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Rainey Shepherdson. Absent, okay. David Shahindin Somali. And Matthew Boyena. And that concludes the second half of the degree conferrals. Well done.
Thank you, Darius, Hilary, Diane, Moliati for conferring the awards. Thank you to the audience. Asada Best Sister Award goes back to you. And kids, you know what? Alicia said you can all get ice cream after this because you've done so well tonight. Well done. A huge congratulations to our freshly minted graduates. We are so ridiculously proud of you and are thrilled to welcome you to our global alumni network of more than 20,000 students across 95 countries. Not all of our graduates could be here today, and so we wanted to acknowledge them on screen. If you are live streaming at home, this is your moment, champagne at the ready. At the conclusion of the credit roll, we will present the valedictorian award. I'd now like to present the Valedictorian Award. The Valedictorian Award recognises an AIB student for academic excellence. It is the student with the highest GPA of all the MBA graduands out of 7.0. Now, we all know the importance of family, and in this case, our valedictorian was unable to travel from Canada to be with us today, but is watching via the live stream. And so I will ask our academic dean and Dr. Svetlana DeVos to accept on her behalf. Dr. DeVos was initially the recipient's OLF, but they have continued to collaborate on future projects. Our valedictorian for 2025, congratulations, KN Hakel with a GPA of 6.92.
Good afternoon, distinguished faculty, fellow graduates, family, and friends. Before I begin, I want to take a moment to acknowledge that I am delivering this speech from the traditional and unceded territory of the Anishinaabe Algonquin people. I recognize their enduring presence, culture, and contributions to this land, and I extend my gratitude and respect to them. It is an incredible honor to stand before you, although virtually from Canada, as the valedictorian of the class of 2025 at the Australian Institute of Business. While I wish I could be with you in person, I am grateful for this opportunity to share my journey, one of faith, resilience, family, and the pursuit of excellence. Excellence is often defined by achievements, titles, degrees, and professional milestones. But to me, excellence is about perseverance. It is about showing up even when the path is uncertain. It is about believing in something greater than ourselves and pushing forward despite the obstacles. My journey began when my parents immigrated from Lebanon to Canada when I was just 9 years old. I witnessed their hardships, the sacrifices they made, and the struggles they endured, all to create a better life for our family. They taught me that success is never just handed to us. It is built through resilience, faith, and the unwavering commitment to growth. That lesson shaped my path. I pursued a doctorate of optometry, then a doctorate of medicine, and completed a residency in family medicine. Along the way, life kept moving. I got married to my best friend during medical school. And during residency, I had my first child. Balancing motherhood and medical training were not easy. There were long nights, exhaustion beyond words, and moments of doubt. But I kept moving because I believed in the purpose behind my journey. Then came another unexpected challenge, one that I chose for myself. Amid the overwhelming healthcare crisis of the COVID-19 pandemic, my husband encouraged me to pursue the MBA that he wanted to do himself. He wanted to test it out on me first. At the time, I had no idea the magnitude of the challenge I was stepping into. I was balancing 3 children, 2 full-time positions as a family physician committed to my patients, working at the COVID clinic, and as the Assistant Dean of Student Affairs at the Faculty of Medicine of the University of Ottawa. All while navigating one of the most demanding times in modern healthcare. Transitioning from being a practicing physician to becoming a student again was not easy. I was accustomed to being on the teaching side, providing guidance and mentorship to my medical students and residents. But stepping into the role of a learner reminded me that growth never stops. I vividly remember the first weeks of the program, feeling overwhelmed by my leadership assignment, and Dr. Alicia Stanway reassuring me with her words, "Let us teach you." That became my mindset through the entire MBA journey. I embraced each subject with enthusiasm, diligently applying theoretical knowledge to practical contexts, particularly within healthcare and education. As we stand on the threshold of new opportunities, I want to share 3 lessons that have shaped my journey. The lessons that I hope will resonate with each one of you as you step into the next phase of your careers and lives. First, resilience is everything. Life is unpredictable, and the road to success is never a straight line. There will be setbacks, failures, and moments of doubt, but every challenge is an opportunity to grow. When I started my MBA, I had no idea the obstacles I would face in my career, my family, and my studies during a global pandemic. There were nights when I questioned whether I could keep going, but I reminded myself that resilience is not about falling. It is about rising every single time we do. Do not let fear of failure stop you. Let it fuel you. The moments that test you the most are the ones that will define you. Second, learning never stops. No matter how much experience you have, there is always room for growth. Before starting this MBA, I had spent over 13 years as an academic clinician treating patients and teaching learners. Being a student again was humbling, and it reminded me that true leadership comes from the willingness to keep learning. No degree or title marks the end of your knowledge, only the beginning of the next stage of discovery. Keep asking questions, keep challenging yourself, and never settle for what you already know. Third, success means nothing without balance. We live in a world that celebrates productivity and achievement. But at what cost? Success should never come at the expense of your health, your relationships, or your happiness. As ambitious professionals, we push ourselves to achieve more, to reach higher, but we must also learn to pause. Take care of yourself. Make time for your loved ones. Celebrate the small wins along the way. Because at the end of the day, what defines us is not titles or degrees, but how we have lived, the love we have shared, the kindness we have shown to others, and the lasting impact we have on those around us. As graduates of the class of 2025, we are stepping into a world that is changing faster than ever. We will face challenges we cannot yet see, but we have also proven that we are capable of overcoming the unknown. Let us go forward with resilience, with a passion for lifelong learning, and with a commitment to living lives that are not just successful, but also meaningful. My heartfelt appreciation goes to all my online learning facilitators, subject coordinators, and the academic studies support team. And a special shout out to Stephanie Shimbri, whose feedback had me rewriting my assignment endlessly, with a few tears. Turns out, that's the secret to high distinction. Moreover, I owe a debt of gratitude to my beloved family, my incredible husband Billy, my 3 children, Kayla, Anthony, and Lauren, and my mother, whose unwavering support has carried me through every step of my journey. They are my rock, my everything. Their love, patience, and encouragement have been my greatest source of strength, and I could not have done this without them. My children in particular have taught me more about resilience and faith than I could ever teach them. Their strength in the face of challenges and their ability to find joy in the smallest moments have been powerful reminders that sometimes it is through them that we learn how to navigate life's uncertainties. They have shown me that faith and perseverance are not just lessons we pass down, but values we can also learn from those we love most. In fact, they are the ones behind the scenes today, taking charge of my hair and makeup and filming this recording. This moment is yet another testament of the beautiful ways they support and inspire me. I want to dedicate this moment to my father. Though he is no longer with us, he has always been my biggest role model and fan. He and my mother taught us that commitment, faith, and hard work are all we need in life. I wish he was here today to share in this achievement, but I know that his lessons and his love will continue to guide me. Finally, I am deeply grateful to God for his unwavering presence in my life. Through every challenge, he has been my guide, my strength, and my source of resilience. My faith continues to guide me through the hardest moments, reminding me that with commitment, trust, and perseverance, anything is possible. I know that every step of this journey has been blessed, and I give thanks for the grace and wisdom that have shaped me along the way. As we step into this chapter, let us not only strive for personal success, but also use our knowledge, skills, and resilience to uplift others. The world needs leaders that are not just ambitious, but also compassionate, driven by purpose, and committed to making a meaningful difference. May we be those leaders. Congratulations to the AIB class of 2025. Let us step into the future with faith, courage, and the determination to make a difference. Thank you. Merci.
Congratulations, Kayanne, an absolute outstanding achievement. Kayla, Anthony and Lauren, you did an amazing job supporting your mum today. And Billy, you're next. The ceremony is drawing to a conclusion, but before it does, a few remarks. For those who have pre-purchased tickets to the cocktail function this evening, arrival is at 6 o'clock for a 6:15 boarding onto the Starship Sydney, located at the Darling Harbour Convention Jetty. Please look for the very impressive black boat with AIB signage. If you arrive late, you'll be swimming. On behalf of AIB, we would like to thank Gamaroy, Jessica and Kayanne for sharing their sentiments with us today. We'd also like to give a huge thank you to all of the AIB staff who come together and help you celebrate one of the most remarkable achievements of your professional careers. We also want to congratulate those who couldn't be with us here today but are watching via the live streaming. Look, an occasion like today is no easy feat, so a special thank you to everyone, both here and who aren't here today. Thank you all for attending the 2025 graduation ceremony, and especially to those who have travelled interstate and overseas. A number of you have come over from Canada. Our final remark. The final thank you goes to you as our graduands. Thank you for trusting AIB with your education. At AIB, our mission is to transform the lives of everyday working professionals through career-enhancing credentials, so that you can elevate your career and step into your amplified self with greater business acumen and confidence. What you've achieved, it's a pretty big deal. So from all of us here at AIB,
congratulations.
Vadanya ji, vadanya.
Поздравляем.
Я мамунина Aiko.
Parabéns.
Felicidades.
Piroza.
Salamat. बहुत मुबारक हो.
Urime, samashum successe.
Vai Hurgi.
Aşamsal. Ovinandan.
Congratulazioni.
Obesamete subagatum. Felicitations.
Tebrikler.
Maligayang pagbate.
Herzlichen Glückwunsch.
Très félicitiert.
축하합니다.
خیلی مبارکتون باشه.
in a standing ovation for the class of 2025.